Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to Broken Sword 4, the Angel of Death. So, immediately I had to cheat here. The problem here is there's a Constantinople over here that's not being shown at all. And so, apparently, I'm supposed to have gone through the historical database, and this is all I can figure out, at least. Uh, Constantinople, Constantinople. Let's see. Constantine. Continue. Back here. And either maybe it doesn't ever show up, or maybe it just is a matter of you had to read this to know this, to know that Constantinople is here, and it doesn't ever address it directly. But basically,
Constantinople.
this right here is where it is. And so I'm supposed to make this point to Constantinople. So that's why this clicks when it's facing this direction and we press down. And so I was never doing it right for 30 minutes. I was trying to point towards Babel, and none of that was working. Now, by my rough estimate, looking at the walkthrough now, we are probably approaching the exact halfway point of the game. So as soon as we get out of here, the story's gonna have to continue in a different direction. We've done the old school stuff.
Let's get out of here.
Now we're gonna have to do how that relates to the new school stuff. Are we gonna run into the Templars, or the Neo-Templars, or the St. Stephen's chapter of the Templars, or the Dragon Cult,
We did it, George.
or just nobody besides the mob?
Champagne's on me.
No way, that's my treat.
Okay, I'll buy you dinner.
Deal.
So we get a little cutscene, then it immediately loading
what
to a
a
new
meal.
section.
What an evening.
Yep.
Well, time for bed, I think.
Time for sofa. Better hit the sack.
George, wouldn't you be more comfortable here?
Comfortable?
Uh-huh.
Does that mean what I think it means?
Want to show me what you think it means?
How long you got?
All night. That enough?
It'll do. For
This-
starters.
This
One
game's a
thing.
little...
Yeah?
Who's Nico? Last night, you talked about her in your sleep.
Oh, she's somebody I knew. Once. In a past life.
A different country.
Something like that.
One more thing.
Last one.
Turn the angel round, would you?
So, implied sex in the game, which is something that we never even got implied kissing, really.
George,
Nico.
life is full of ups and downs. And with a face like yours, you'd better get used to the downs. Very funny. But in the end, not far from the truth. So how did it all go wrong this time? Let's go back to the Pasha Palace.
So now we
Anna
see
Maria and I
George.
Well, I was asleep when I heard a noise. I didn't see who did it or what they did with Anna Maria. But when I came around, she was gone. And in her place was the waiter, which was strange. Kinda reassuring. I hadn't ordered room service, but that wasn't why he was there. He wanted answers, and I believed him when he said he'd shoot me through each kneecap if he didn't get them. I think it's safe to say he had his own agenda. And somehow he knew about the cherub. I seem to remember saying Anna Maria's been kidnapped. But the waiter was more interested in the cherub. How big was it? Was it really gold? Who was I working for? Then, suddenly, sirens. Terrific, I thought. I'm gonna be rescued from this lunatic. It was the cavalry, all right. And they sure were coming to arrest somebody. Me. My face had been recognized on security footage at Top Copy. They thought I was a terrorist. And the waiter? Yeah, he was no waiter. He was some kind of cop, name of Mevlut. Things were just getting peachier and peachier. Mevlut told him to seal the room, then he left. A soldier with an interesting face came really close and said, "Mr. George, you have been a very bad boy. You are going to prison for a long, long time." I thanked him, like a good American citizen, and then it all went black.
So they didn't bother to hire any voice actors for that.
And here I am. Not your average vacation cruise, huh?
He's talking to a rat, I believe. So, like, if my guess would be, well, my guess is that Anna Maria stole the angel and she wasn't planning on sharing. She didn't have the money. She probably stole the manuscript from the mob too. We've probably been working with basically just a high class thief. Not a big problem really in my book, but it would color how he's going to get away from falling in love with her. Let's look here.
Very damp wall. The mortar's crumbling.
And somebody scratched into it.
Very
Days.
damp wall. The mortar's crumbling.
The very beginning of the game had the girl in the sheer dress, the girl that Moses killed / brought the angel death out of, as she was chained to the Ark of the Covenant in a pretty sheer dress that they lovingly animated her and her nipples poking through the dress, just to be direct. And so this game's got a little bit more mature than in the previous 3 games. Just trying to, I guess, go from what would have probably just been a teen to a teen plus, would be my guess. As long as you're just implying things, which frankly, even though the 3D animation is better, you're not going to get that good unless you do a full hand animated, very heavily animated cutscene like we saw at the very beginning, and that takes a lot of money and budget. So, like the second game, we're in
complex drain system runs across the floor. Perfect for getting rid of all that blood, sweat, and tears.
Let's see. We're in a prison like the second game, although in the second game we were barely in the prison.
Can get through, but George can't.
Let's look at this.
It's gone.
Well, let's just look in here.
Doesn't look like the rat's coming out.
Stick our hand in there, because we're full.
Ow! Darn rat!
Well, that worked without killing me. Stick our hand in there again.
Aha. No more rats, but there's something else there. A bracket.
And I had no other inventory items, so they've taken everything, so let's go ahead and just use the bracket on the mortar.
The mortar's loose around the stone. I just have to scrape it away.
Several hours
now
later.
I'll be able to pull the stone out of the wall.
Should we try the bracket, say, on this?
Using that won't work.
Pick up this.
Aha. I know how this works. Now, if only I had a bit of string and a magnet, I could get the key in no time. On second thought, I don't really want to touch that cheese. If the rat doesn't want it, neither do I.
And we can look at the door. It's kind of poorly animated. It's very square. Not very much texture or detail.
Guard?
What do you want?
I may be American, but I have rights too, you know.
Do me a favor.
Not too chatty, that guy.
So,
And it has bars. That's not a way out.
can't do anything
Out
with
of
it.
reach.
And can look at it.
And it has bars. That's not a way out.
Alright, so
Very damp wall. The mortar's crumbling.
here you have a problem with the camera again.
Guard?
No,
What do you want?
I didn't want to call the guards.
Just wanted to say, that uniform really suits you.
So, click over here, run. Now come over here and push. Or pull. However you want to do it.
Out comes the block.
And the guard's not going to hear that?
Hey, American, that no good. You just lose me 20 lire. Not that it do you any good. You're just breaking into the next cell. Now give me that bracket. You might cut yourself. Oh, and someone's here to see you.
I am Father Nicholas. This is Sister Immaculata.
That's a
My
weird
son,
name.
You have suffered more than you deserve.
I couldn't agree more.
But remember, there are always others worse off than yourself.
Oh, yeah? Well, I don't see him lining up to join me in here.
Is that
News of your
Anne Maria?
arrest reached our orphanage. The children understand that even the most damned of sinners may yet repent in the face of love and charity.
Really? Nice of him to put it like that.
They have donated these playthings to occupy your time until the execution.
The what?
I mean, until the trial. From Janab, these marbles. From Khalil, this little mechanical mouse. From Errol, this squeaky toy.
this is
And now,
interesting.
we must leave. There is a last client on death row in need of prayer.
Yeah? Well, give him my best, huh? And, thanks for the toys. Just what I always wanted.
On the roof. 1 hour. Be there.
What? Hey! What did you say? Execution? Just what I need.
So, instead of having a natural reason for all of this, seems like they've intentionally just handed us 3 random toys. And let's come over here. What's this? Nothing.
The door to
Apparently.
the cell.
Guard?
What do you want?
Was it something I said?
And see, he doesn't even
He's
walk all the
warming
way.
to me. I can tell.
He doesn't even bother to walk all the way over here, so. Let's look at the squeaky
A
toy.
rubber thing that talks when you squeeze it. A rubber thing that talks when you squeeze it. A little mechanical mouse that you wind up. Let's give it a go.
Alright, so we've got now a piece of cloth, let's see, this with this,
Using that won't work.
this with this, perhaps?
Using that won't work. A handful of marbles. That takes me back. The mouse is wound up and ready to go.
So do I use the mouse like on the ground here?
That won't work here. The door to the cell.
Let's see. This with this, perhaps?
That's not such a good idea.
How about this mouse with that?
That won't work here. That's not very realistic.
So they've given me all these things, and the only thing I can even think of is...
The marbles spread nicely in front of the door.
Okay. So... what am I supposed to do? Tie this to this?
I am not gonna do that.
How about the string to the door?
That's not such a good idea.
And then the key with the door.
Using that won't work.
Squeaky toy with this.
That's not quite right.
Squeaky toy with this.
That's not the right approach. The marble bag unfolds. That won't work here.
See, so let's just call the guard over and see if he slips and falls, and we can get the key from him.
What do you want?
What a job, huh? I guess you and the other guards never stop laughing.
So unless I get him to walk further this way by calling from this jail cell.
Guard!
So I'm starting to think all of those other toys are probably not even necessary, just inventory trash. Let's see. Search him for the key.
I can just reach the key.
And then we gotta just use the key, I suppose. And then what? Drag him in the cell? Now a good jail cell lock will make it so it's impossible for you, somebody from the inside, to unlock the lock. Even there's no way to reach around or anything like that. Ideally.
The guard's out cold, but not for long.
So should I
only want to steal the key.
So I shouldn't, for instance, try and tie him up.
With his hands and feet tied together, he's going nowhere.
Look at the animation here. A lot of work. I didn't tie his feet together.
I only want to steal the key.
So do we just leave? Why do they phrase things wrong? Well, I know why they phrase things wrong. It's because they paid voice actors to record the dialogue before they finished the game. It's just that simple. So they thought that well, before they finished animating the game, at least. So they thought it was going to be an animation where George would tie up his hands and feet. The either Sumo Digital or some other company that they had this
I've got to do something about that guard. He's gonna wake up any minute.
I could have sworn I saw my things on this table.
So they're telling me to do something else with him. I guess I'll just try everything. Squeaky toy in the mouth. I guess that would work.
That's not quite right.
If I use a squeaky toy with the piece of cloth.
That's not such a good idea.
Well, piece of cloth in the mouth perhaps and just gag him.
A nice gag. That'll stop him yelling.
So is there anything else I have to do? Getting kind of cruel, George. But whatever. Whatever it takes to escape. See, I don't know if we're going to actually run into the Templars.
Better not go any closer to that dog.
And so we've got a puzzle like the second game where you have to get rid of a
If only
dog.
I could distract the dog somehow.
There you go. Well, squeaky toy. Squeaky toy with the dog.
Quick, while it's busy. Got it.
And well, it's over there with the squeaky toy. We'll use the can we use the mouse key to open the
The
corned
mouse
beef?
key is perfect for opening the can.
See, that's some old school technology there. Most people wouldn't realize.
Here, boy. Dinner.
A nice way to feed the dog instead of having to do something mean to him. They're not as big into animal cruelty as they were in the second game. In the second game, we dropped the dog in a river. Here we just have fed 2 of them. Although I guess we did feed one dog salami that was probably made from human flesh, which is kind of cruel, but not really. I don't think the dog would care.
Oh, I'm back here.
So, they took me to the palace.
Someone's taken the trouble of installing an extra firewall on this PC. I can't get in now.
An extra firewall. Yeah, if you just had 2 firewalls, computers could never be hacked. That's, of course, a joke. So, do I want to walk back the way I came? Or do I want to... I guess I can't go this way because if I go this way, I set off the alarms.
Locked, and I can't squeeze under.
So we're going the other way. So if they really thought he was a terrorist, 1, why are they only guarding him with 1 guard? And 2, what did they think he did? Maybe they just figured he's planning on doing something and they caught him before he did anything. I guess you can make that assumption. I guess we're going to see if we can climb up here.
A big vine's growing all the way up to the roof. Could that be my way up? Looks sturdy enough to climb.
And see, we didn't see that when we first played the game because it probably
There's
wasn't
no
something...
way I can climb up there while the guards are patrolling the yard.
Oh, I got it. We have to use this other toy mouse to set off the lasers. That was the hint saying I can't squeeze under. Machine mouse on this.
Off you go, little mousy. Sometime soon he's gonna set off the alarm. I don't want to be around when that happens.
So we gotta run this way. We got the music playing. And as soon as it goes off... It gave me some time, then it showed me a cutscene. See, I can barely even hear the...
I can climb up the vine while the guards are distracted by the alarm.
barely even hear the alarm going off.
Right. On the roof. Now, where is that priest?
Let's see. Do I want to push this guy or do I want to sneak behind him?
What the?
No, we're back to these. I don't want to do more of these. I didn't like them the first time. Alright. We got a squeaky toy, I guess. Maybe we could try to use a squeaking toy with him. And see if maybe we can distract him. Or just hit him in the head with it.
What the?
And we have to load each time, and that's no fun. On the roof. And we're looking.
A loose stone lying on the roof.
Let's do what with it? Squeak toy on the loose stone.
Speak to me, little toy. Ah, perfect.
Who's there?
Play with me. Play with me.
What the?
Quickly jump. Now are we supposed to... Oh, there's the nun with a fake name, Immaculata.
Thanks for the toys, sister, but what do we do now? Pray for a miracle?
No, George. You remain patient and ask politely.
Nico!
Mind my wimple, George. What would Father Nicholas say?
But what are you doing here?
Saving you from a heroic death, I think.
Well, I appreciate it, but how did
New
you get
voice
here?
actor for
What's with the
Nico.
outfit?
Oh, George, when you didn't call for so long, I began to despair. And then I decided to renounce the world.
Oh my god. You mean you really are a nun?
Hey, George, get real. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I knew that.
So, you fancy a swim?
With you? Anytime, but how?
I've got a zip wire all rigged up, ready and waiting.
Well, what's keeping us?
Just like old times, huh?
Let's go.
Totally different voice actor now playing Nico. But that's been true for all the games, apparently. But I don't know about the remasters. They may have gone back in the remasters and gotten the old voice actor to
And this
redo
girl,
it.
what's her name? Mandy? Angela?
Anna Maria.
It never occurred to you that she's been playing you for a sucker?
What? Nico.
She's run you like Dumb and Dumber, don't you see?
No,
That
I
must-
don't.
that was
She's
probably a
victim
current
in all
reference.
This, just like me. And she's wonderful and fantastic and the best thing that's ever happened to me. And if you don't want to help me, then you can...
Okay. Just needed to know how sure you were about this whole thing.
Well, I am sure. Damn sure.
Good. So now that's clear, George. What shall we do?
Okay. I guess we need to get back into my room. Somehow. Look for clues.
Your cover's blown. So that's going to be up to me. I'll see if I can get us access to the rooms.
Funny there's no cops here.
I smell a trap.
You gonna be okay?
George, I'm a little out of practice. But with an outfit like this, how difficult can it be, huh?
Good luck. I'll hang back, keep my head down.
So now we're going to play as Nico, who has every single item that I had. Interesting. Can she call George? Yes, she can. Interesting. So I said if Nico shows up in this game, it almost certainly means death to Anna Maria. And the way the story is going, it does seem like Anna Maria did play him for a sucker the whole time. Let's see how her run animation looks. She's wearing high heels, by the way. No nun would wear high heels. No. So, let's see. And I'd really like to get this habit off of Nico. That way we could see what color her hair is in this game, because it's been a purplish color up to this point, and even the game seems to not know what color her hair is, because they often say it's black or brown. They said it was brown in the previous game, and I'm like, that's not brown, that's dark purple.
Can I help you?
Let's see. Let's ask about the receptionist.
You wouldn't appreciate this, but we always have the most fantastic celebrities staying here.
Oh yes, that old lady, the crime writer, didn't she...
Duh, get real. I'm talking pop stars, sportsmen, media giants, not fat old writers.
And do you have any
Interesting.
celebrities staying here now?
Oh, yes. We have Eamon O'Mara, the Eamon O'Mara. Of course, he and I, we're like that now.
Oh, like that. What a thought.
So, what's interesting there is she has this dark red hair in this 3D model, but it was a kind of pinkish purple hair in the 2D animations. Again, because they almost certainly gave all of these 3D animations off to another company. This screams Korean animation. This is the kind of animation you can buy. There's a website out there somewhere where you can just pay people a small amount of money and they will do these cheap, bad animations. I assume what they're doing is having students make them as projects and then selling it for a profit or something similar to that. But yeah, I seriously doubt Revolution made any of the 3D character designs or any of it. But even if they did, it's almost certainly a different Revolution software than the people who made Broken Sword 1 and 2. It may be that the people that made Broken Sword 1 and 2 have moved themselves up into management roles, but you don't typically go from a 2D animation style of making a game and then learn how to do 3D. I just don't think that happens that much. Let's keep playing the game, I guess.
Actually, what I really need is Eamon's room key.
Oh, do you now?
I can't really tell you why, but I'm a nun. You can trust me.
Ha! If I gave you the key, you'd have to deal with Eamon himself. And I can tell you, last time I saw him, he was in a terrible mood.
Actually, last time I saw him, he was in more than a terrible mood.
What do you mean?
He was dead.
What?
Gone. Passed away.
But how?
Took his own life. The poor, poor boy.
He and I were talking only an hour ago.
Yes, it was very sudden. His heart was broken.
Oh, God.
By the way, he asked me to give you this photo of himself.
So at the end, he was thinking of me?
Oh, yes.
Wow,
He
what a
said,
tale.
remember me to the receptionist.
He said that?
Well, more or less. I don't recall exactly.
So all those things he said to me, those words, he meant everyone?
Oh, he did. He did.
He really loved me.
Yes, with all his heart.
Oh,
Can I have the key?
of course.
See, this is ridiculous story. So I guess we don't need to rent a room. Then, and I had a picture of Edmund from his ID, but never in the moments, not even for a second, did I think I was going to use it there. This is weird. This is definitely just a bit of weirdness. And with Nico in the picture, I guess maybe we spend the rest of the game chasing down Anna Maria, trying to find out if she betrayed George, or if maybe she was kidnapped by the mob, or what's going on in general. It seems like there's some form of a secret society, but not probably the Templars. We're 7 hours in the gameplay. Honestly, I probably should be closer to 6 hours too. I've wasted more than an hour on some of these puzzles. So the game has taken a very strange turn. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.